What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's M3Croft here, and today guys I'm going to talk about some news that's been released by Sony PlayStation regarding the PlayStation 5. So for those that has the PlayStation 5, I believe that is going to be really exciting news, and I'm talking about the backward compatibility. So this is still a question mark because we still don't know if it's actually going ahead with the, well, Sony is going ahead with this patent that signed for, but would be definitely really good that they would. So basically this patent, and this is by the way an article that been published 2 days ago by Hope Bellingham on the Games Radar. It's many other articles that they are out there if you Google it, but I thought that would be, I would like to give my opinion. So this is not just to tell you what is going to happen, you probably know, but if you don't know, this is basically that you can play games like your previous games from the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 games on the PlayStation 5, because it's the backward compatibility for the PlayStation 4 games, but not 100%, like not like 100% of the collection, the PlayStation collection would be playable on the PlayStation 5, if that makes sense. That it's somehow so far the games that I have been playing on my PlayStation that I own, because I have most of the games that I have, they are all physical, and the ones that I have that they are digital is the ones that are from the PlayStation Plus, but I always enjoy to actually have the physical game that I can keep it. Coming back into this article and giving my opinion. So basically Sony is actually thinking that will allow you to play the PlayStation 1 games, PlayStation 2 games and PlayStation 3 games, besides the PlayStation 4 games, as I mentioned. The way the system works is about frequencies. The frequencies that they are used for the PlayStation 5, they are not the same ones that they were used for the PlayStation 3, but we are talking about from the 3rd to the 5th, isn't even what it says on this article over here. Yeah, the patent overview itself details how fix works. So basically here, let me just jump to this part over here. PlayStation 5 games run at the PlayStation 5 frequencies, while PlayStation 3 games run the PS3 clock frequencies. Sony intends to introduce a spoof clock which would return a number that corresponds to the frequency of the less powerful console, tricking the PlayStation 5 into accepting older games. So that is basically like, if we get into this point of view, it's like having an emulator on your PC, because it's possible to play some games on the PC if you have the emulator. Of course they need to be original games, but you can just use the PlayStation 1 games, 2 games, 3 games, or even 4 games, and probably soon even you can play the PlayStation 5 games. I wouldn't be surprised. So that is somehow like an emulator that allows you to play those games on the PC. That would be somehow the same with the PlayStation 5. That would be somehow a firmware that needed an update that would allow for that frequencies to get lower, would trick like the system. But the technology nowadays, you can do whatever you want. The developers are the ones that they are on charge. They have the power to actually make that possible. Exactly the way they have the power to, for example, to give the 2K output on the PlayStation that people keep asking, and still nothing. It's still nothing. You only have the 1080p and you have the 2160, and that's it. From Full HD you go to 4K. You don't go even between. With Xbox Series you have actually that function. You have the Full HD, you have the 2K, that is the 1440, and you have the 4K, that is the 2160. Why not PlayStation can actually incorporate that? Because a lot of people would like to play the games on the monitors, like the one that I have, that I was even doing a review of this monitor, the Asus VG32VQ, that you can play 1080p 120 frame rate, but you can't play 1440 because this is a 2K monitor at 120 frame rate, because PlayStation doesn't have the 1440. And for you to be able to go like a bit higher, you need to go for the 4K, but the monitors nowadays, they are still really expensive. If you want to get a 4K monitor at 120 frame rate per second. So why not to make the things a little bit more simple and to incorporate that, because it's what people want. You guys need to, like, Sony needs to listen the users, because if wouldn't be the users, they wouldn't get the money from the users, because we pay for the consoles, right? But that's my point of view. So this would be definitely really good that PlayStation would implement that, but it's still a question mark, because we still don't know. It's still, like, as it says as well here on the article just over there, there is no way of knowing exactly how long this patent will take to reach players, or if it will even get used at all. So that's the thing. So unfortunately for now, PlayStation fans will have to stick to owning all the 5 generations. Like me, I have all the consoles, but the thing is that if you want to play like an old game, you just need to grab the console, that particular console, and play. If you have a shelf that you can keep all of them, and they all can be connected into a monitor, and after you have a splitter, that's awesome. You just open the lid, you put the CD, and you start playing. But for those that don't have the space to actually have all of them, or to actually be all the time, because the thing is that if you keep all the time moving, especially if it's something that is a relic, something that is old, if you keep moving and moving and moving, you probably can break it, you can just damage. And why not to actually have them all the time in the same place? If PlayStation 5 can handle all that, that is even better, right? Because you can play PlayStation 1 games, PlayStation 2 games, PlayStation 3 games, and PlayStation 4 games. Woohoo! That would be awesome. But only you, Sony, can actually make that possible. Guys, tell me what you think about that. Leave a comments below. Do you think that is going to be really game-changing? That it is going to make a big difference? Would you continue using your previous consoles to play your old games, or you would start using the PlayStation 5 to play all those games? In my opinion, I would start playing like the previous games. For example, the Tomb Raider one, my first one of the first ever games that I played on my first console, the PlayStation 1. One of the first, but it was not the first, because the first one was the Pandemonium and the Crash Bandicoot. That was my first ones. But the Tomb Raider, it was the one that made me fall in love with all the saga. That's why I'm a big fan. That's why Croft exists. M3 Croft. Oh yes, baby. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think. That is going to be a big change or not? I would like to know your opinions on the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, guys, thumbs up. If you still didn't subscribe my channel and you would like, push that red button just below and push the bell for you to be notified all the time when I upload these kind of videos or when I'm going live. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. Hope so that 2022 is going to be a better year for all of you, and see you in the next one. Love you all. Peace out.